Isothermal Community College, the education capital of the world, it's the Mentor Game. Here's the star of the show, your host, Wesley Elam.
And thank you. Welcome to the Mentor Show one more time. Oh, we've got something for you this time. It's time to meet our 4 prospective mentors for the game. And here they are. Welcome all. Let me tell you about these prospective mentors. Mentor number 1 currently serves as the Chief Development Officer for Isothermal Community College. He was born and raised in Rutherford County and is married with 2 beautiful daughters. He loves to sing and play golf for fun. In July this year, he began his 24th year at Isothermal Community College. Let's all give a big welcome to mentor number 1, Dr. Thad Harrell. Mentor number 2 currently serves as the Director of Academic Development. In this role, she and her department serve all students on campus through ACA classes, English and Math Transitions classes, English and Math Prerequisites, the Tutoring Center, and the Writing Center. She also teaches English and education classes. She was born and raised in Rutherford County and has 3 grown children. Mentor number 2 loves to read about as much as she loves to breathe. In August of this year, she began her 27th year at Isothermal Community College. Let's welcome mentor number 2, Dr. Kelly Lovelace. Mentor number 3 is the Dean of Students at Isothermal. She and the Student Services team help with everything from recruitment, admissions, financial aid, records, student activities, and much more. She is proud to serve with like-minded educators who believe in Dallas Herring's vision to take people where they are and carry them as far as they can go. In her spare time, she enjoys creating new memories with loved ones, soothing her soul in the waves of the ocean, chasing breathtaking adventures of new travels, curling up with a good book, and sharing in side-splitting laughter. Help me welcome mentor number 3, Miss Sandra Lochner. Mentor number 4 currently serves as the Vice President for Academic and Student Affairs at Isothermal Community College. He is originally from Goldsboro, North Carolina. Mentor number 4 enjoys watching sports, listening to music, and writing screenplays. Let's welcome mentor number 4, Dr. Greg Thomas. These are our 4 prospective mentors on the Mentor Game. Now it's time to meet our mentee for the game, and here she is, Dr. Margaret Annunziata. Welcome. How are you?
I'm wonderful, thank you.
You can take a seat right here. Dr. Margaret Annunziata joined Isothermal Community College as our 6th president on February 1st, 2021. In this role, she works collaboratively with community leaders to promote economic and social mobility for the residents of Rutherford and Polk counties and the surrounding region of Western North Carolina. Since joining the team at ICC, Margaret has stressed the importance of fully understanding the needs of our communities. Margaret grew up in a large family in Western Kentucky and is a hardcore UK Wildcat. She is married to her husband, Ken, and has 3 children, Nicholas, Michael, and Sydney. Margaret is happy to have made her home in isothermal territory and loves getting involved in Rutherford and Polk counties. Hello, Dr. Annunziata.
Hello.
You have 4 prospective mentors on the other side of the partition. You will be asking them questions a little bit later, but now I'm going to have them say hello so you can hear their voices for the first time. Mentor number 1, would you please say hi to Dr. Annunziata?
Hello, Margaret.
All right, mentor number 2.
Hello, Margaret.
Mentor number 3.
Hello, Margaret.
And finally, mentor number 4.
Hey.
Okay, Dr. Annunziata, are you ready to play the mentor game?
I am.
Great. Remember, you can ask any question pertaining to the mentorship except the name, age, occupation, or income. Have fun. Here we go.
Mentor number 1. If money were no object, would you be working right now?
Absolutely. I sure would.
Mentor number 3, the same question.
I love working and I love working in education. So yes, I would likely be here. If not, I would be serving in the community in important ways.
Thank you. Mentor number 2, how do you manage your feelings when making decisions on the job?
No one can completely turn off their feelings, but you do need to manage what feelings come in play with a decision. For example, you may need your passion when you're making a decision about where to spend your time and your effort, but you also have to remember your responsibilities. But you also might be annoyed by something a coworker has done, but you also need to remember that there's empathy and compassion. Decision making should be made with reason, but emotion cannot and should not completely disappear in the process.
Thank you. Mentor number 4, how do you manage your decisions when your feelings when making a decision on the job?
I just follow my gut. Realistically, the way the organization is structured, I do what I want to do, and other people can manage their feelings.
Okay, thank you for that. Mentor number 2, what would you do with 15 minutes of fame?
Well, I would give my 15 minutes to someone who had an idea that I believed in, so they would have 30 minutes so they can influence the world, because fame is just not for me.
Interesting. Mentor number 1, what would you do with 15 minutes of fame?
Well, I know it would be so fleeting that I really wouldn't dwell in that moment, and I would be more concerned about what's next for myself and others.
Okay, thank you. Mentor number 3, what advice would you provide to someone choosing a career?
Well, I'd probably tell them to be intentional but flexible. Rather than asking themselves what they want to be, I would probably ask, what do you want to solve as a problem? And then find a way to make a career out of it.
Interesting. Mentor number 4, what do you consider your greatest accomplishment to date?
Every day is a new one. I think my greatest accomplishment to date is just being me, really. Every day that I'm around somebody, I'm making their day. So, every day.
Well, that is quite the gift to humanity. Thank you for that. Mentor number 1, what do you consider your greatest attribute as a mentor?
Well, I like to think it would be listening and really paying attention to other folks first. Being a mentor is not necessarily about the mentor, it's about the people you're working with. So I think trying to focus on them and understand them and where they're coming from.
Okay, thank you. Mentor number 3, what do you consider your greatest attribute of being a mentor?
Sure. I think recognizing that there's always more than what is seen. And with that perspective, we can be compassionate and creative and also help our mentees as they direct their journey.
Thank you. Mentor number 2, when do you most not want to be interrupted?
When I'm worshiping and when some amazing learning is happening in my classroom. I would also say when sleeping, but if you need me, I'm awake.
Mentor number 4, how about you? When do you most not want to be interrupted?
I'd say lunch. Maybe my break times. I gotta have me time. So I just don't want to be interrupted when I'm trying to reflect on myself.
Okay, thank you for that. Mentor number 3, what has been the most valuable lesson you've learned to date?
There have been some pretty tough ones, but I do believe in the value of living tenaciously and loving courageously, and there is a lot to unpackage with that.
Okay, thank you. And mentor number 1, what is your favorite quote?
I read one time, I think it goes something like this: knowing that something is important is not the same thing as knowing how to do something about that. And I think that's where we find our opportunity is as mentors or as people in general, just being able to articulate the how. The what is easier to define, I believe.
Thank you. Mentor number 4, what is your favorite quote?
It's do what I say, not what I do.
This is intriguing. Okay. And mentor number 2, what is your favorite quote?
No one can make you feel inferior without your consent. Eleanor Roosevelt.
Powerful. And finally, mentor number 3, your favorite quote, please.
Sure. There's one that I think is full of wisdom and a zeal for life, and it says, "Courage is knowing it might hurt and doing it anyway. Stupidity is the same, and that's why life is hard."
Thank you. So, mentor number 1, if I were to select you as my mentor, what would be your greatest contribution to my personal and professional growth?
I think we would tackle your personal growth as a team assignment. It's I think we're gonna talk. I'm gonna listen. We're gonna look at where you want to go. That would be one of the questions I would ask you. Is, well, what do you want to do? Where do you want to be in 5 years? And then we would talk about strategies for making that dream, your dream, become a reality.
Okay. Thank you. Mentor number 4, what would be your contribution to my personal and professional growth as my mentor?
You get to be around me. So you get to see an awesome example of what it means to be in charge, and hopefully one day you can hope to be as good as I am.
Wow, that is quite the promise. Thank you. Mentor number 3, what would you say your contribution to my growth would be?
Sure. I think we'd be able to work together on connecting you with opportunities and resources that support your dream. So that may be academic or career focused, and following the mission of our role together.
Very good. And finally, mentor number 2, what would be your contribution?
My belief in you and that you can succeed and reach your goals, and I will do my best to find every way that I can to get you there.
Okay, that's it, guys. Margaret,
Yes.
time's up.
Okay.
Now you have to make up your mind. So relax here and think about it. While Margaret is deciding which of these 4 prospective mentors to choose, we're going to take a little break. So we'll be right back.
Isothermal Community College offers a variety of resources for students in order to improve their learning experience. The library is a great place to study, with computers and easy internet access and a large collection of books. Downstairs in the administration building, you can find the tutoring center, where you can receive assistance for classes including math, science, and language tutoring. If you need a second opinion on an essay, the Writing Center offers online and in-person assistance, giving constructive and professional feedback for writing assignments. Take advantage of the resources on campus to advance your educational journey.
Alright, Dr. Annunziata, the prospective mentors were most interesting, and one of them is going to be delighted that you have chosen him or her as a great mentor. The question will be, who is it? Will your mentor be mentor number 1, mentor number 2, mentor number 3, or mentor number 4?
I believe, after careful consideration and the exceptionally interesting answers provided by mentor number 4, that I'm going to select mentor number 3 as my mentor.
Alrighty, any particular reason you chose mentor number 3?
Well, the responses were really difficult to choose between, but the one thing that really spoke to me was mentor number 3's response regarding whether she would still be working if money were no object, and her focus on serving and meeting the needs of students and the community just spoke to who I am.
Totally understandable. Before you meet him or her, let's meet the others. Mentor number 1 is currently the Chief Development Officer for Isothermal Community College. Meet Dr. Thad Harrell. Mentor number 2 currently serves Isothermal Community College as the Director of Academic Development. Meet Dr. Kelly Lovelace. Thanks for playing. And mentor number 4 comes to us from Spindale, North Carolina, and is the Vice President for Academic and Student Affairs at Isothermal Community College. Meet Dr. Greg Thomas. Oh, interesting. We have a great consolation prize for these guys. It's their very own WNCW sticker. WNCW is our Isothermal Community College radio station. The call letters WNCW stand for Western North Carolina's Window, which represents the way listeners use the station as a window to look through and see things they might not otherwise see. All right, Dr. Annunziata, are you ready for this? You're about to come face to face with your mentor of your choice. Let me tell you something about her. Mentor number 3 is the Dean of Students at Isothermal. She and the Student Services team help with everything from recruitment, admissions, financial aid, records, student activities, and much more. She is proud to serve with like-minded educators. Mentor number 3, come on around. Congratulations. You have won the mentor game. Thank you for joining us today, and I hope you have a great afternoon. And thank you for watching. Oh, so fun. Oh, that was great. Congratulations.